What's up, y'all? It's Lori the Bike Chick from Fitness and Adventure Sports in White House, Texas. All right, the Top Fuel has been selling extremely well, not just because there's been sales going on. This bike is almost like a combination bike where it climbs good and it descends good. And if you get the higher end ones, you can get them very lightweight. I've owned a Top Fuel before in a couple years back, and I actually pulled my fastest time on it and got Queen of the Mountain. It's been taken since then. I held it for 5 years at Faulkner. But this bike still can be raceable, and it was, or as far as fast times go. But it's a combination of having 130, 120. So that's a good combination for climbing and descending. I think at the time mine was 120, 120. But you can always change this up if you want to later. But it climbs good and descends good. So it's like it had a baby with a race bike. So an enduro bike had a baby with a race bike. Or they say like a trail bike had a baby with a race bike. So you get the best of both worlds, like climbing and descending. This would be good for taking it to, like if you're one of those people that want to go to Arkansas every now and then, but still want to ride our local trails, this would be good. That way you can have that more suspension. The actual tires on it, they are already set up tubeless on the Gen 4 Top Fuel 5. It's already tubeless. The ones that are in years past, they might not have come tubeless. What that means is if this is your tire and this is the tube has gone out of here. There's sealant in there, and that allows you to also reduce the air pressure where the tire gives more, and you're gonna have more splay on the ground, less kick up on the bike, more traction and control. Sorry, we've been really busy with repairs. So we got a mechanic that's out of town too. So you're gonna have more traction. If you get a thorn in it, keep rolling because that sealant on the inside will fill it up. So you'll be fine. They are putting like a more normal size tire on these. Like I've actually ran these tires before. This is a 2.4 Gunnison Elite tire, which I will say that if later on, like your next set of tires, go ahead and get one that has a higher TPI on the side threads per square inch, because that way you won't feel like you're rolling as much on the actual bike. Hey Mav, no, this is Baby Mav. Come here, Baby Mav. Say hello. It's Baby Mav. He's new. So that way you won't roll as much, you won't have to put quite as much air in the bike, so it'll basically stand more stiff right here or stand straight up. But the Super Caliber series is your race bike. This is gonna be more of like your all-around bike. And then you have the Fuel EX, which is your trail bike, and the Slash, which is like your park bike, or take it up to the mountains and descend and chunk, which those are really cool. They now have some that have a motor, and that would be really neat to see. Like I would like to have one of those. Really, I would. Go up to Spider Mountain, something like that. But these do all come with a dropper post, which is pretty cool. When you do get higher end stuff, this is gonna be like way more responsive, like crazy. So if you can go with a level 8, it'll like be way more quick. That was slow, and we could probably work on this and maybe work on the actual cable, make it respond a little bit better. And then this fork is a pretty basic fork. It's a RockShox Recon, which when you go up a couple levels, it is just so much more plush. I mean, night and day difference if you guys can make the step up. It would be so much helpful. 12 speed, and then this is only just like a mid-range. This is Dior, so that's mid-range in the back. Pretty basic, but does the job. Obviously you can put air in the rear, and then you have the ability to store. This is cool. You can actually store your actual flat pack stuff, and you're already set up tubeless, so there's no tube on the inside. So all you need to carry is like a tire stabber and some little bacon strips, which I have used before. The last time on the trail in Arkansas, I got one right there. It's not supposed to hold at all, but it did, which was pretty cool. But this, you would lay out your CO2, and hopefully you don't have to have the tire levers in there, because hopefully the sealant would seal it or the plug would plug it. So that's always nice to have in there. You know, I've never owned a bike that has had that, because it's always been an e-bike and there's always a battery right there. So, or it'd be a race bike or something. They didn't have it in there, so. But, this would honestly be our #1 selling non-motorbike. So, the second one would be the Super Caliber, but it's primarily just for racers. We do sell it to women sometimes, but we're going to get them on the e-bike train. We sell more full suspension bikes, but they all have a motor. So our sales are more electric full suspension than the ones that are just regular full suspension, because they've got such good deals on the Trek rails. Like, literally, they're almost very similar in price. You can get a full suspension bike now, I think, starting at $3,500 or something like that. So that way you get way more suspension, way bigger tire, just way more fun. Anyways, you guys stop by, like and subscribe.
You guys watch, but you got to subscribe.